take you to a nation where you're going to get their diseases. That's from us people, us white folk. It didn't come from you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you lived off the earth.
Yeah.
We use the earth and we've destroyed it. So that whole system, I'm glad it's about to come down.
Yeah.
So I look forward to the system created with you, his children, the Most High Yah, and I will be happy. I will be happy to do whatever to be a part.
That's the truth. Oh man, this is
Wow.
woo. Wow.
I definitely appreciate you, brother. But where do we go, and who do we seek and helping our people get to where we need to get to?
I think it all starts with
I think it starts with self-improvement.
that departmentalizing, deprogramming. It starts with a lot. It's not going to be something overnight, definitely. But again, it starts with the unity and the love of not just, we can't stay so stigmatized as, nobody else belong, because that's not the case. We all are here. So we need to unite as such, because again, when he cracks the sky, because he going to crack the sky, it's going to be something else. So we need to learn how to get along with one another. All this here hatred and division. And the thing is, it's so fulfilling because the word is fulfilling each day, because they depict how the wars and good versus evil, and how this one and the separation in the churches, how he goes to all the churches and he's just saying, listen, y'all gonna have to get this thing right.
But when you say we all gonna have to get along with one another, does that depict certain people? I remember in William Cooper book, Behold the Pale Horse.
Right.
And in Behold the Pale Horse, in the beginning, he has a statement. I forgot the author who made the statement, but it's a William Cooper book. But it speaks about a mountain of lies. But one truth can destroy a mountain of lies.
Yes. That's right.
So, but if we seek the help of one another to have another society or group of people look at us and decide to put us on equal grounds with them, we'll have to destroy the mountain of lies before they can even get to the state that we want to get to, because if it's the same business as usual, we'll never get there.
Exactly.
So they got to be willing to accept that one truth to destroy the mountain of lies, to be able to say that now we're marching to equal ground. Now I can see you as a human being, and you can see me as a human being.
Absolutely.
But if the 13th Amendment, and that's why you got the 13th Amendment, and it still has that inside the 13th Amendment.
Right.
Why? Because it's indicative
Thank
to
you.
the mindset, and it's still there. So I understand that we all need to do something together. But if somebody don't come to the table with the right idea that we're equal and we're willing to compensate, and it doesn't have to be monetary, we're willing to compensate with our minds and our hearts and our spirits that we've wronged you.
That will never happen on the mass.
Absolutely.
It's never going to happen.
And if it's never going to happen, then how do we get to where
because the Most High Yah is going to tear down the existing, which as that's falling, they don't have time to keep you from rising.
Right.
The Most High Yah is going to move before you. That hasn't happened in your past. That's why you've hit brick roads. You've tried to get my people to compromise, my people to, we wouldn't even let you build Black Wall Street.
Absolutely.
So we're going to seek you out.
But you destroyed it.
Right. We're going to seek out your successes. Because if we allow one to go, many more will come. That is why we humiliated your black men in the NFL. Because if we allowed them to get past kneeling for the flag, what it was going to do was it was going to show all the young men, black men, you can stand your right. So we had to get back to the Willie Lynch letter, make a disgrace of the strong man
That's right.
So that fear will fall in everybody else. But see, the mindset now, I believe, for you as my chosen people, God's chosen, Most High's chosen people, is that season is over. Mm-hmm. So the tactics that Willie Lynch said would last 300 to 400 years, we're at 400 years.
300 years, even after child slavery.
Right. So now that is coming to an end because you are stepping out of pocket. You're getting out of, we're past that 400-year mark now. So what used to hold you isn't. We're trying to put our foot back on. See, that's another sign that your time is coming for freedom. I know because you've been through this over and over again, you may be thinking, okay, he's putting his foot on our neck again. So now we have to endure again. I believe, no, this time he's going to try to put his foot on you. See, that's where I said a couple more plagues from now, my people will be so weary, they won't have time to try to destroy you. And you will grow. You will prosper.
I think about the wheat and tare.
That's what just took place.
You said that.
That's what took place when they casted their lot for Trump. They casted whether they're a sheep or whether they're a goat.
Well, can I think we should actually give our 45th president a lot of credit for the unity that's taken place in this country.
Right.
No. The 45th president, Donald Trump.
Oh, Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Oh, definitely. I believe that.
Listen, as soon as he got in office,
I believe that.
You had over 1 million women marching in Washington. That was unity, wasn't it? Right? With this plague, he's shown us a spotlight on all the disparities that we knew existed, but it's coming out more now because the plague is
revealing.
Don't focus on it. From housing, they found out that, if you own the house in a middle-class black neighborhood, you take that same house, you drop it in a middle-class white neighborhood, your house go up 30-40% in value. So I really think, I don't think it was his intention.
No.
But I really think that he was the right man for the time.
You
understand? He's the right man. Because this plague, this coronavirus, it took a certain type of man to be able to let so many people die when you know the truth.
Right.
You understand? So I think he was the man for his time, and I do think that when he speaks about this thing coming to an end and turning around, and the footstool being at the head now,
right? That's the process.
We on the cusp of that.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot more suffering, but we on the cusp of that.
And I agree with you, everything that you said. And I don't think it's just the man, it's the institution. Because I remember watching Swordfish with John Travolta. And at the very end of Swordfish, and he was a patriot, so-called patriot. And he spoke about the sacrifices that America would make for its patriotism. So he asked Halle Berry, what's one life? What's 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000 lives? It means nothing to that. So that's not Trump. That's a system that has that type of idea. But I believe what Trump did for us is what began with Barack Obama when you seen when he became president, he brought up all the ammunition and guns. But they still was allowed to stay dormant in their homes. But when Trump took president, after Obama's 8 years, they came out the woodworks.
Right. And those 4 years leading up to what you're also saying, the Most High Yah used all of these events to give every white evangelical, even if they've never grown up around black people, an opportunity to see truth and to acknowledge it or to harden their hearts. To watch a man on film, his life get snuffed out from a knee of a cop for 8 minutes, and that doesn't rile you up. So now with the pandemic, it's showing all these disparities, things happening because God is so merciful. See, that's why I'm ready for my people. Like, nah, let them go. But he's so merciful. He gave them even these last 4 years to plainly see all of these issues and the racism and the hatred. That's why I say, don't worry about, your great-great-grandfather that hung a slave. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about you when you saw George Floyd. Get his breath snuffed out. Mm-hmm. I said, your ancestors would watch your next door neighbor, kill a slave and say, well, he must have done something. I said, then in the 50s and the 60s and the 40s and the 30s, you sat outside church and saw white men hang a black man, and you said, well, he must have done something. And now you see him get gunned down before your very eyes, and your attitude is the same thing. Well, he must have done something. I said, you've never changed. And it's right there in your face. So, Trump is the poster child of white supremacy. White supremacy even degrades white women. Right. Heterosexual white supremacy is here. Everything, a gay white man is below, a white female is below. But see, because white females have been taught that you as black men are monsters, they'd rather have a Trump that will touch her in the rear end, knowing that, okay, well, yeah, but he'd be better than a wild black man, because they'll rape me and they'll do this and they'll do that. So they'll take that sexual inappropriateness and talk and degrading from a white man, because it's still taught to them that they're safer under that than they are with the freedom of a black man. But let's go back to Rosewood. Bunch of lies.
Yeah.
It also would be a problem if white women came out against this behavior of white men, right, since it's their husbands, their brothers, and their sons that commit these acts. Yeah. So they definitely about protecting.
And the women that are afraid of their husband that will beat her or harm her or whatever he decides to do to her if she votes Biden or anti-Trump. Yep. And I have seen that very close in my family. Including my parents. My mother finally told my father, I'm not going and vote, and I don't care what you do. She says, I'm not even going to go vote. She at first was going to go vote just for local in a small town, 4,500 people. And then finally my mom said, nope. She says, I'm not even going to go vote. Because she says, I don't even want people to think I'm coming down there to even vote for that Trump. So she stayed home.
Ooh. Wow. Well, my brothers sitting at this table, first and foremost, Brother Dana Stevens. It's been more than an honor, but a welcome home.
Thank you.
And
I'll be back.
Your presence, I believe your presence touched consciousness and spirits. It's time for change within us all as one love.
Yes.
And I'm honored and humbled of the privilege to my two brothers, Mr. Kenneth Harris and Mr. Sam Morris, for blessing this show and for being a part of change, which is, I pray in a lifetime to see it universal without any hidden agendas or ill intent. Just solidified true love. To Yah, my creator, it is through you that all things are possible, including my existence. My kings and queens, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate the support. And remember, with a little love, understanding, and edification, we too can make it all right.
That's right.
Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.